What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are live. Let me fix this. Oh, booyaka, booyaka, booyaka. How's it going? My name is Vocab Malone. This is a Street Apologist live party. Hey guys, you're in the background, so if you talk too much, we can pretty much hear everything you say. Got a bunch of amateurs here. It is officially amateur hour. But I got one man who's a professional, trained professional. What's up? James Chavez, a.k.a. the Pimp in the building. Let me know if you guys can hear us. Let me see the ones if you guys can hear us nice and clear. I know it's dark. We're gonna make it lighter in a little bit. Just give us some time, people. Just give us some time. But tell them what's up, man. Tell them how to find you. Tell them your role. And then I'm going to go around the horn with everybody else.
Good evening to everybody on this YouTube Live. Appreciate you tuning in. You can find me on all social media at King James Chavez.
And that's right. And in the series, he played Hodilla, a.k.a. the Pimp.
Laying the smack down.
Irvin, step in here. Let the people see your beautiful face. And
what's up, everybody?
Tell them about yourself.
Irv the Swerve. Listen, yeah, you got to get the black guy some light. Hey, listen. Irv the Swerve. You can find me Operation Apologetics on YouTube. Operation Apologetics on YouTube. It's good to see everybody.
And Jeff Crane, what's up, bro?
Hey, good to be here. I played the Jewish doctor, can't you tell?
He really had a stretch for that role.
And you just find me Jeff Cran Zion's Banner, all one word on YouTube.
All right, so guys, here's what we're going to do. We got all these comments here. We got a bunch of people already tuning in, so let me break down what the show is today. So today is Sunday night, May 26, 2019. The time is 7:38 on the West Coast here, and we're having a live in the flesh Islamicize me, not the whole cast, but part of the cast party. But it's a party with you all, the viewers, especially if you saw Islamicize me. This is for you. If you haven't seen Islamicize me, tonight we'll give you a sense of the flavor, not because we're going to be doing skits or anything, but you'll get an idea of some of the actors and the apologists who are involved. Two guys behind me are apologists. This guy's an actor, so we got all kinds of great stuff going on at once. And, hey, shout out to Enzo with the super chat. Now, here's what we're going to do. Me and Irv are going to kick it off. They're saying they want the light bright, man. I don't know about that. I'll keep it light for now. I like it darker, man. I think it looks cooler. Don't you think it looks cooler? You guys don't understand the true artist's soul.
It's all about the lighting.
I mean, I tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to kick off with a freestyle because, according to Nate, I owe four freestyles. So we'll do one right now. And Nate, keep track. Everyone keep track of the ones we earned throughout the show. But let's kick it off right now with one. And then while I'm doing that, everyone in the live chat explain how the freestyles work. And here's the setup. Here's the layout of tonight's show. We're basically going to talk about our individual roles and parts a little bit, experience in the past year, what's come or hasn't come because of it, right. And then what we're going to do is answer questions from you guys. If your question isn't answered, just keep on. We'll get to it. So you guys can interact with us. And that'll be a fun way to do that. And you'll get kind of a behind-the-scenes thing. I'd like to do this every year on the year of it, all right? So, Nate, let me know how many freestyles. I'm told that we've got 4. And so let's kick it off right now. Now, listen, there might be somewhat of an echo. I'm not exactly sure because usually I can rap on the headphones, but I've got to kind of rap this time with the beat playing over the speakers. Unless, Irvin, I wonder if we could, Yeah, can you, thanks, bro, appreciate it. Gotcha. And then make sure it's set up right again. We're going to try something. Irvin, let's see if we can, share. I don't really think I have a splitter. So let's see, bro. What do you think? Could you rap if you held this like this?
I can rap.
No, but if you're listening through the headphones, because it'll sound better for us.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll just try it, man.
I'll try it. We're going to try it this way. So you're going to have to kind of when it's your turn, you take it in transition and you hold it on there and you give it back. Done. So let's try to do 8 bars each.
8 bars.
So I'll show you how it is, but you're going to have to get in close. So I'm going to go over as much as I can, bro.
We're going to do 8 bars each.
Yeah.
Hot like fleece. Roll down the street like you got no feet.
So what's fun about Irvin, y'all, is that he's not an MC, but he's willing to be an MC. So, it makes a lot of fun. Oh, what's up, True ID? Adam Coleman in the house. And Soko is coming as well. All right, so let me see how this beat sounds real quick. This is provided by Jonathan Soko. The dude's got all kinds of dope beats. Here, you can listen, and I'll let you pick one of the beats, bro, because we got to start it off with a freestyle. All right. Hold on, let me... show you what 8 bars is, okay? Guys, can you hear everything well? Get in there as much as you can on that mic, Irvin, when it's your turn.
Yeah.
And because I need the beat loud so we sound decent. So here's what we'll do. Hey, Act 17 Apologetics, you in trouble with David at Vocab Malone. Thanks for inviting me to the cast party, traders. Oh, David Wood's upset.
David Wood, where you at, man?
David, no, let me tell you what happened. We invited David Wood, but he said, I just don't want to get slapped again, man. So he turned it down.
David, I brought the barbecue sauce this time so I could barbecue slap you.
True. Hey, can you grab can you grab the manicotti out of the oven? I'm pretty sure it's done.
I took it out. It's good.
Oh, you already took it out?
We're eating good over here.
Okay.
Manicotti,
Yeah.
Ravioli.
This is true.
cannolis.
All right, so let's try this. We're going to try to do this, and we got to get this beat up loud, all right? All right, so this is how we're going to spark it off. So you got to get in here, bro, because you're going to have to jump on the other side of this. It's going to be...
I got you.
See what I'm saying? All right, 3, 2, 1. It's time to start. It's time to start. All right, I'm going to go on this measure right here. Let me know it's clear. Yes, y'all, it's time to spark the Islamicize the party with the cast. Now I rap. Peep it out now. Want his autograph. He's famous, makes cash. His name is Irvin. Get him in a car. I'm cool it. He's swerving. No bourbon, just straight Snapple. Go ahead, spit from your Adam's apple.
Adam's apple, I'm spitting with logic. I'm trying to do this with vocab and everybody in this. Oh, I need a record deal quick, and I need to spit this, cause I gotta get a quick lick of the manicotti. I see my brothers, I see Act 17 in the party. Everybody, I say a hip to the hop, a hip to the hop, and we got a hip flop.
So that's the part, dude, where you stop. I go next, and then I do the WAP like LL in the 80s. Men, only ladies. Check it out, dude. Got the beard, I got the glasses. I'm shady lately in the AZ. Hello, how you doing? David Wood pays me, but I didn't invite him because I'm exciting. So peep it out now. I'm next to the white man. I met he's in the back. Then I got the black. Peep it out now. David Wood didn't come. Then he went to slap. This kid, I'm messing up. Go ahead, Mr. Urban EP. Step it up.
Stepping up, turn on the lights. What color was he? Muhammad was white. It's the party of the century. Come and chill with me. I need a record deal because they billing me. They billing me with the money I don't have, but I keep doing this because I like to blab blab. Don't judge me because I'm not that good, but I'm doing what I can and I'm not from the hood.
Yo, that's because he stays in the East Valley. You gotta stick around to the show, to the grand finale. Peep it out now. He's talking about the team from Cali. That's the basketball team they like. Now shall we proceed to rock the mic like the Roots from the Philadelphia 95. Alright, you know we flow, man. Props to ID Adam Cole, man. His style swole, man. You know he goes, man. Islam folks can't make a snowman. Why Zach can't make an image, no, man. So peep it out, go ahead, bro, man.
Bro, man, what do you say? I got a orange soda, yeah, you know it ain't great. Yes, I know I'm ritualistic. I don't want to do this because yeah, that's it, because the mic's hot and I gotta do this. That's the best.
Yo,
I need a record deal.
this dude just raps and says I need a record deal all the time. It's super funny to me. Okay, so you guys get a sense of how it's going. I'm unplugging this now. That's our first freestyle. All right, now I'm going to switch up this. All right, now peep this out. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to make the lights cooler than they look right now. So I'm going to go in the background. Irvin, you can't really be seen over James' shoulder, so can you take my spot? And then, Jeff, scoot up as much as you can. I'm going to set up lights. You guys try to see some comments you want to talk to on there or on there. But if not, I'll kind of ask you questions and you talk about your role. Does that sound good? I'll probably start with you since you just watched your thing. Okay, guys, I'm going to work on the light situation right now.
Ron and Lucy say hi.
Hey, Lucy! We're live also. You can tell people to watch the other angle if you want real quick, James. All right, go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, you can catch my Facebook feed. It's facebook.com/TheKingJamesChavez. Different angle.
Closer you can get, the better it is. Remember, that's your mic. All right. So,
Let's see some of these comments we got.
I'm gonna work on the lights. You guys see if there's any comments you want to do. And
David
you can
Wood,
even pull
get
them
down
over
here.
So you can pull them over here.
Get down here before I have to go there. If I have to go there,
So you can put comments on the screen.
Well.
But I don't really want to. I don't want to do that this time. If someone gets slapped, maybe it'll be Irvin.
Hey, what?
I don't want to get slapped
Wow,
again.
talk
I already
about
did it.
it.
I already did it. Me
Yeah,
and David
that
did it.
is
You're
true.
kind of like next in line. Okay, here, let's get closer though. And then Jeff, lean in as much as you can when you go. Okay, so Irvin,
Lean back.
today you and I watched your episodes again together.
Yes, yes.
Tell people what it was like, and don't forget to tell them about the special edition. I'm gonna get these lights set up. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna first start with the special edition. If you haven't seen it, Exploring Islam on the Facebook channel,
Facebook.com/vocabulary.
Facebook.com/vocabulary. Listen, they added some effects. The music, it's epic. It's like a movie. They add the things like it's amazing. You guys got to go watch it. But we just yeah, there you go. We just watched it today, and I noticed some things I didn't really realize before. For example, I didn't realize that there was a blur. There was an episode where David Wood is sitting on the floor watching Halal Hogan. Yeah, brother, I can do it too. He's sitting on the floor watching Halal Hogan, and
Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, brother.
yeah, and they blurred between his legs. I don't know if that was intentional.
Intentional.
That was intentional.
We're kind of just making fun of the ridiculousness of the situation in general.
Yeah, I had no idea. I'm like, what the? Did they just blur that? Well, Cap's like, yeah, for his own purpose. But yeah, so and then, but I didn't realize this either. You know, we did a lot of filming in one of the last episodes. Okay, there was an episode where Robert Spencer was taken off in the caravan, and promise you, when you see the van get ready to take off, that episode, I dropped my phone, that very episode, and I cracked the screen. And it's still cracked. You can't really tell on the screen, but it's still cracked today. That episode, I dropped my phone and broke it. I was pretty upset.
Trying to get a new phone.
Guys, send me a new phone. I need a new phone.
Send this man a phone, not an iPhone.
Yeah.
Galaxy.
Did you let them know how to find where you're at?
I did, but we'll give the plug again on Facebook.com/The King James Chavez.
The King James Chavez.
Different views. That's Chavez with a Z.
I remember that and was strangely grateful. I don't know what that comment was about. Let's look at the other one. Robert Spencer.
They're saying David's being blurred out.
Ah,
But just so
yeah.
everyone knows, in real life, he doesn't need to be blurred out. It's a comical effect. He was totally modest. At least during shooting, he was. I'll say that.
Modest.
During shooting. Robert Spencer. Hail the Kafir King. He is the Kafir King.
You had to find that out the hard way, bro.
I did find out the hard way, and I still got the marks on my neck from this guy, from the Kafir King. What episode was that? Episode what?
26?
Episode 26? Yeah. Now, that was a fun episode, shooting it. I don't know if he told you guys before, but when I walked into the room during that episode, there was the only way we could get that door to close right behind me was there was a guy laying on the floor. He was literally laying on the floor right in front of me. And I have the knife in my hand. And as I'm walking in, he has to let go of the door. Well, every time he did that and let the door close, it would hit me. And that was every single time. That was the one take that you guys have on there is the one take where it didn't hit me. And we just kept rolling. It was amazing.
But when we go to your house, when we go to his house and steal his stuff, the first time you meet him, he really does get dragged over the front precipice of the door. And if you watch real close, like on a big screen or in high def, you can actually see the little bump when you come into the door, like underneath where the screen would be. It's kind of hard to explain. You'll see it actually move. And if you listen to it loud, you can hear the sound of.
Yeah.
Still has the scars to prove it.
He totally took the hit for real.
David actually grabbed me, and he made it so real. I didn't know he was going to do. Thanks, David.
There was no special effects. Everything was real.
Just like that. They actually stole my TV. Not even joking. No, David grabs me, literally pulls me to the ground, and afterwards, after he drags me inside, he takes his shoe and it actually literally hits me. You don't see that on camera.
And he doesn't even have to throw it at you. He could just throw it in the room.
But he actually threw it at me, right? And it hit me. But I got to talk about that too. That was funny. So Little behind the scenes on that one, and I wish we would have kept that. Right before the scene where you guys steal my stuff. So that scene, he comes, they knock on the door, right? Behind the scenes. Vocab and and David are outside the door before we film it. And the whole, do you have any Grey Poupon? That line was not supposed to be in there. Why?
Because David's a...
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
They were debating whether or not they should do it. David's like, no, I will not say that line. I will not ask that.
It's too much of a trope. It's too stereotypical.
Too much of a Trump.
Yeah, so right before they shoot it, right before they say, David says, I'm not doing it, and Vocab's like, okay, fine, well, you say whatever line you're going to say, right? Say whatever you're going to say.
So Urban wasn't ready for it either. That's the point.
It was like a full-blown, like they were going to blows. I'm joking. But it was that serious. So
while we were waiting at the door, though, it's almost like John Travolta and Samuel Jackson in Pulp Fiction. We were arguing like that.
Yeah.
What about real stuff?
Yeah.
No joke.
But it was real. No, I'm not saying it. Come on, it's good. No, I'm not saying it, right?
Come on, David. You got to be a team player, man.
So, yeah, right. But he did. So he knocks on the door. At that point, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what he's going to say. He opens the door, and he says, excuse me, sir, do you have any Grey Poupon?
So he wasn't ready, and then he got grabbed by the vest.
It took everything in me not to crack up during that line, because I'm thinking he wasn't going to say it, and all of a sudden he says it. Arms behind his back and with a little smirk on his face. The funniest part to me. That was hilarious.
But the only reason it was even included in there is because Irvin said he liked it, because I was like, let's get Irvin's opinion. I know black people will like it. That's exactly what I said. And the reason I know is because I knew David was out of touch, because I knew that Grey Poupon references were really big, and especially in hip-hop. I always hear MCs using it. I'm like, I know this is going to be a thing. Trust me. I'm in touch with my people. And David was like, no, it's a drug. And he laughed right away. And so the only reason Dave did it is because Irvin liked it.
Hilarious. Thanks, David. You made my day. And I think I actually got choked out when he did that, too.
Oh, yeah.
I got choked out for
Don't
real.
fight it.
Yeah, just don't fight it. Just don't fight it. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Did I miss the first taunt? I don't know what that means.
We're not doing it. This is not an insult thing. I don't know if they're thinking we're doing insults or something. We're not doing an insult thing. It's a freestyle, but a party. Maybe they're thinking it's an insult thing again.
It's a spiritual gangster party.
It's not a roast me.
Spiritual gangster. Yeah, no, it's not a roast. What about the pimp? Well, let's talk about what the pimp did.
And then we'll talk about the doctor next.
Which pimp? Is that the Islamic pimp or the pimp?
The pimp. So let's talk about yours, man. What do you remember about it?
Hodilla. Man, it was
Hodilla.
It was just a great night. Like we had a lot of fun, and we were working at the same time. And we filmed all the fun we had. A lot more than what you saw in the episode.
Oh yeah.
All right, what do you guys think of the light now?
Shout out to David for
dope.
taking the real hits. For those of you wondering, those were real hits.
Was it a real slap?
It was a real slap.
Shoot.
The first take we did, I slapped him. Like, I kind of put some into it. I didn't put everything into it. He's like, no, man, I want you to slap me. Like, really slap me.
He's into that thing.
I'm like,
He's into that.
Sure, you really want me to slap you? He's like, oh yeah, go for it, man. Just go for it. So I'm like, okay. Once we go up and he starts, blah, 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 I'm like.
That's why his face was red for real.
Yeah,
oh shoot!
They said you could see my handprint at the end.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I saw the marks. I didn't know that was real.
7-8 slaps.
Yeah, the first time I saw you, and I'm like, wait a second, I think that's the pimp.
And it was funny because the part where I'm choking John, that wasn't originally there. I was just messing around. We kind of just messed around between takes. I kind of had like the Undertaker, grab, and then they ended up liking it. So it was sometimes that's some of the best magic in film that happens. Just just improvising.
Yeah, it worked. So. It really worked. I don't know if you guys know how big this guy is.
How tall are you again? Tell the people.
6'6", 6'6".
Just big, massive, massive.
So all of us, like, David's the biggest guy around amongst us, and then James walks in and David looks tiny. Because I kept on telling everyone James is really big. And I even showed them pictures, but they weren't really prepared. And so when they saw him, it was just like actually in the Islamicize me, where the camera goes and like pans up on him and he looks all big. It was like that for real, like when he actually knocked on the door.
I'm like, oh shoot, this guy. Oh, this is him. This is Hodilla.
Oh, and the Little Debbie line was originally Little Jazzy, but for some reason I had Little Debbie stuck in my head, and then so we ended up just going with it.
First time you did it, I think we laughed, and then we just kept it or something, right?
Yeah.
Because then it worked with a bunch of like snack cake puns and stuff.
It did.
Where's Little Debbie?
Who slapped Little Debbie? Who ate all the oatmeal pies?
Yeah, man, that was a good time.
It was.
And then we got Jeff Cran as the doctor.
So let's switch. Let's switch out. Jeff, watch out. There's a lot of cords by your guys' feet.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm gonna yeah. So the lighting now, right?
Thanks everybody tuning
Yeah.
in. Appreciate you.
Ooh, that's really good. If you don't block the red, well, you might have to, Irvin. But if
No.
you-
I'm sorry.
Okay, so let's. Where is Little Debbie? She should be here. She is.
We ate Little Debbie.
What I did is, so here's what I did, everybody. I got everyone I could physically get here. I wanted to do one where there wasn't any through the Skype, I wanted to get everyone I could physically get. So that's kind of what's going on here, guys. Okay, people are liking the lighting. Good. Praise God.
And by the way, Mr. Nintendo, thanks for subscribing.
Nate said you guys are in order of beard epicness.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Beard
Hey.
right here. Shout out to Batman Beard Oil. That's what I'm wearing right now.
Hey, shout out to Brian Damage, though, for the super chat for the phone fund. So,
You know what?
Here you go.
This
Thank
is a
you,
lot
thank
of beard
you.
awesomeness right here. Absolutely.
all right, so let's do this. So let's talk a little bit about the doctor for a second, and then we're going to do another freestyle. But, Jeff, you kind of do serious ministry. You're in graduate work. You're reaching out to Jewish folks using the Old Testament. You spent time in Brooklyn doing stuff. You've been a missionary domestically, and here you are in Islamicize Me. Can you talk about the contrast, and how did you find yourself roped into this? Get as close as you can if you can.
I had my friend over here
Yeah.
rope me into this. I did not know what I was in for, though. I thought I was going to play like a Marcus Welby character with a Yiddish accent. He said, "Can you do a Jewish doctor?" It's like, "Can I do a Jewish doctor?"
Who's Marcus Welby, though? Because now you're saying stuff
Yeah, I know.
our generation might not know.
Well, check the color of the beard. But I thought that it'd be a pretty tame role. Like you come into the office and I say like, "Where does it hurt?"
But instead, you end up saying things like, "You're as smooth as a baby steel down
Yeah, it was like, wait a minute, I have to use the word crabs. Wait a minute, we're not at a seafood
kosher.
Restaurant.
He's kosher. He can't use the word crabs.
I was like, what is going on here? And the other thing was that vocab had to get a set of scrubs, right?
And they weren't exactly
No,
the right size.
I mean they were like for some thin intern, and I'm like
Set of scrubs that fit.
going in the bathroom and trying to pour the scrubs on me. I was like, I look like an overweight Jewish doctor telling you to diet and exercise. I mean, it was like
It kind of added to the role, though. He really had to stretch to get into the
I had to stretch. I had to suck in to get into the scrubs is what I had to do.
But you were a good sport, man. It kind of added to the comedy of the whole thing.
So it was pretty wild.
And you even added your own little Yiddish slang in, too, that we didn't know, because we couldn't write that.
Yeah, no, that's just natural. So that was like really easy.
Which part was that? What?
You're a mush, you're a...
But I think I used Boychik.
Yeah, you say boychik, but you also call him a name that means
Oh
idiot.
man, yeah, Meshuggah.
Yeah, you're a
crazy.
Meshuggah.
Yeah, crazy person.
Oh, look. Brian says, you nailed it, bro. And Swamp Thing says, you've done some great missionary work in the North Pole. Oh, they were calling you like my kid's Santa.
Yeah, Santa Claus.
My kid's name for him is Santa. I'm not sure if he's crazy about it. Again, it's sort of that's not exactly a Jewish nickname.
Yeah.
His middle name is Nick.
Yeah, that would go over big if I hit the streets in Brooklyn and introduced myself as the Jewish Santa Claus coming to tell you about Jesus.
I have a gift.
Yeah.
Dang, look at Holda Williams said, I only came here to see Jeff. I'm not sure if that's anyone's wife or anything like that.
Hi,
DM
Hoda. It's just really great. She's been following me a little bit on Facebook,
Get in
so
the DMs.
it's been cool. So we've kidnapped somebody and he's like stuck here eating Italian food.
Oh yeah.
So what'd you eat? What Italian food did you have? I forgot. What'd you? Because I made them a bunch of. I didn't make it. I got it at a deli. Expensive but beautiful. What'd you
You
have?
cooked it.
I did the ravioli, but I got a cannoli in there, so that was really good.
Huh?
You had the beef and the cheese both, right?
We still
Or is it just
cannolis.
beef?
It was the beef.
Cannoli yet?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I don't think the people want to see me stuff in my face.
Some guy, Ben, was like recommending I bring my menorah. You know, it would add to the lighting.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Give
So
a little
burn the place
ambiance.
down. What about James? You ended up having the.
I started out with the ravioli, and then I upgraded to the lasagna. Before that, I came from a birthday party where I had a ton of mac and cheese. Shout out to Lucy Jones. So I'm stuffed. Oh, and fried chickens. I'm stuffed right now.
So I went to this new spot, Tony's Plaza, Tony's Delicatessen here in Phoenix. I've never been to before. I'll try to post the video up later on my Instagram if you guys are interested. But it's a legit spot. They've been there 50 years. You had the beef lasagna, right?
I had the beef lasagna. That was good. Banging.
Did no one eat the cold pasta?
No, I ate the cold pasta.
Oh, no. Cold pasta was
I
great.
noticed James was eating cold pasta or vegetables.
I think I figured out the cold pasta, though. The cold pasta is so you can eat the cold pasta while the warm pasta is cooling.
Exactly.
So I finally figured it out.
Anti-green over here.
Hey, thank you, Brian, also for the super chat. All right. Well, maybe later I'll bring a plate because I haven't eaten yet, and I'll show them and make them jealous. But I think it's time for freestyle number 2. All right, Jeff, switch.
Get it?
All right, y'all.
Freestyle number 2.
You guys.
You gotta throw the hat in the freestyles.
What, you're all Lakers? Oh, boy. I'm not a basketball fan, but I'm definitely not a Lakers fan. That's
guy,
like double.
It's a wise guy over here.
I mean, I'm from Ohio, so sort of the Cavs, but I like them actually better without LeBron than with.
Oh, okay.
And then
The bad part about that is we're stuck with it.
I also like the Suns, but I wish we could go back to the 90s Suns forever. I wish we could just have all those 90s Suns players, you know? Do you not like the Suns at all?
No.
Neither of you?
No.
Who do you like? Do you like...
The Suns are a rival.
What about you? Because
Suns is
Midwest,
like
are you
Crip.
Chicago Bulls?
Absolutely not.
What team do you...
I don't have a favorite
Bucks.
team.
He's a Bucks
I
fan.
like Steph Curry.
I thought you were a Bucks fan.
No, I don't like the Bucks at all.
Okay, I thought you told me.
I'm just from that area, so I like.
Got you.
I got to root for the home team.
All right, let's try this. You guys ready for freestyle number 2? Because according to Nate, we owe a second freestyle. Let's see what beat is good.
You gonna spit?
Ooh, the lighting's not as good because the camera's not as good, but it's kind of cool like this. Looks more underground. Hey, yo, are you ready to jump in here? So you know kind of the rules of how it goes, like how it works to make sure it's loud enough and all that stuff?
I do.
Okay.
You gotta get in close.
Yeah, you got to be super close, and I need to turn up this beat pretty loud. This is our second freestyle, because this is pretty much a party this time. Yeah, it's a dope beat. You can hear it? Okay, good. Okay, guys, let me know about the volume or whatever, and it is time. Someone you may know says she's not ready for the freestyle, or he actually don't know I don't know how you present. Music level higher than vocals, okay. I'll fix that a little bit, but the beat does got to be loud. You guys looking cute again, wearing the same headphones. Oh my goodness.
So pretty, so pretty.
All right, so I'm gonna jump out and you go, okay? So 8 bars each.
8
So
bars each.
that's right. You're getting your ready. All right.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Second freestyle. Here we go. Oh yeah, Rox B. According to Nate, unless he's pulling my chain. Shout out to Rox B. According to Nate, we had 4 freestyles. This already earned. All right, so let me know about the volume. I've tried to adjust it a little bit. I see you guys' comments. 3, 2, 1, go. 8 bars each. The beat is sweet, like a peach, but not from Georgia or even Atlanta. After you eat the food, my Lancer. What you might need, deal with weed. I'm oregano, and now I flow. In case you didn't know, gotta like the cast. Why, bro? Man, cause I'm from Ohio. Go.
He's from Ohio, I'm from the Midwest too. I wanna do this so I can get with you and do something that we never do. Like talk about the gospel like all the other Jews. Or am I talking about those Christians? Do I know what I'm talking about? This is the best rap that you ever heard. Let's go.
Yes, y'all. I'm alone, drive a Bugatti, or maybe Ferrari, or maybe Lamborghini. I meant Lamborghini, why I eat lasagna? This is a lie, but I stay away from Mazda. Check it out now with the glasses in my eye. Peep it out, Papa, my favorite Italian marinara sauce. Go ahead, rip it, boss.
Super chat $100 from the Midwest, flowing like the river of Drano. Yes, I can make it flow like I got no dough. Can you hear me when I say oh no? Rocks be got it, and she always says the super chat, and she always is our friend. I like the way she chats, and she is a moderator. I don't know what I heard.
Peep it out like a Rasta, chain down Babylon while I'm eating pasta, different shapes. Listen, what team do I hate? It's the Lakes. Peep it out, they make it pace, but only winning sometimes. Let them finish in number 8 place, be first in the draft. Think you're so famous with my autograph. They tall like giraffe, but I would just pass. Unlike Kobe Bryant, until his last game he set his beat right down. Go ahead, dude, rip it and clown.
The LA Lakers, I don't like them. They need help and they need some limbs. Everybody thinks they can don't like me, but they can't think my name is Irving. Oh, what you think about? I don't know. I need to get a better flow.
Hey yo, turn it up. Hey yo, stand up. And let's rip it up, peep it out, check it out. We gotta stand up like a man healed from a wheelchair. But not Eddie Benny, he ain't comp, that ain't fair. Cause that's kinda fake, and we in here. Yeah!
Yeah, buddy.
They said it is hard to hear you.
Yeah, boy.
Alright, we'll work on it. This mic, guys, is not the best mic for... Yeah, you should be
That was a good
Irvin Johnson. Isn't there the other guy with the name of Kyrie?
There's Irvin Johnson and
Kyrie
Irvin
Irving.
Magic Johnson.
No, but I'm saying there's another guy, Kyrie Irving, right?
Oh, Kyrie
You're
Irving.
talking about the center, Irvin Johnson, played for the Supersonics.
Saying it's kind of like your name a little bit,
We're a
right?
Supersonics fan right here. He's online right now. Ray Valerio.
All right, all
Been
right.
around for 10 years plus, but he's still Supersonics.
Why would you have your pupils dilated right before a live show? What are you talking about, dilated?
Your glasses.
What's he mean? Because it looks cool.
That's cool. I should have brought my.
That's the whole point. It's irrelevant about vocab just stealing the show. How? What did I do? The Apple's Chinese Mac made by 10-year-old kids is not very good. Apple Chinese mic made by 10-year-olds is not very... Oh, it has to do with how close you need to be. But yes, it is true that I need a new mic. Check it out. Someone says, where did I get these shades? Well,
Prada.
one day I was in the Midwest visiting my family last year. And in the Midwest, they have a thing called flea markets. Flea markets are sort of like the swap meet if you're from the West Coast. Except maybe a little less Hispanics and a lot more Appalachian types, if you know what I mean. And I'll put it this way. A lot of them left trailer parks to come be at the flea market that day. So there we are at the flea market looking around. And there's a bunch of crazy stuff. And my friend says, you know, it's funny. We used to come out here when we were kids. And, you know, we would look for baseball cards and music and toys. And now I'm out here trying to buy, like, a leaf blower and a car battery. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm pretty much trying to buy the same stuff still. I wasn't there for leaf blowers. I was there to find the same stuff. I was like, yeah, I think you've matured a little bit, Tony, and I have not at all. Anyways, so we're walking around, and I say, ooh, those shades. I like those shades. He's like, those shades? I was like, yeah. Now, Tony is my friend I'm with. He can't, it doesn't matter how cheap the thing is at the flea market, he has to talk them down. So if it's $1, he will say, I'll give you 50 cents because he wants to pay 75 cents. It doesn't matter. I'm more like, it's already $5. I don't really need to talk him down because that seems completely fair. I'm cool. So like, I'm like, hey, let me see over here. And there's this one smooth guy. He's got a polo hat and everything. And he's like, hey, what's up, young? You know, and I go over there and I was like, hey, these right here. It's like, how much are these? He's like $5. And then someone told me there's a scheme or a scam to this. I don't know if it's true, but before he gave them to me, he clipped off the tag. Like he wanted to keep it or something. Like he like takes it and he clips it off. I don't know. Someone's like, oh, you know why they do that? I don't know if that's true. If someone knows a scam of why you would clip off the tags.
It's a knockoff tag, so he don't want you to see that.
Maybe, or maybe he puts it on another pair of glasses because they're all used.
But it has a B on it, so it says Brada, and then he don't want you to see it. So.
I knew they were cheap, but I wasn't even worried. So I was like, yo.
So it's all good.
So I was like, $5. And he was so mad at me that I didn't try to talk him down. He was like, next time I'm going to do it. So there's another item later on I wanted. And he's like, no, let me do it. So he talks him down on my behalf because he knew I was just going to pay for. But it's flea market. It's so cheap, right? But it's funny. Like, it was a $2 video game for my kid's DS. And he like was like, oh, I'm going to get it for $1. Tell your kids Uncle Tony got it for $1. So
Tony's the Jersey connection.
So true story. Everything I just said is true, only with a little bit of flair. Like, literally, that was all a true story. So the answer to brother's question, which is the first question of the night, apparently, I got these for $5 at a flea market because I wouldn't talk the dude down to $4 like my friend Tony suggested, but I'm okay because they've lasted 1 whole year, which is not bad for me. And it looks like someone just killed the super chat with more than I think we've ever been given, except for one other time when we were doing a fundraiser for airplane fare with Rox B. Look what Rox B just did. I don't even want to say this over the air, but then again, I'm putting it on the screen because I feel so, what? $100 in the super chat.
Hey, Rox B.
Rox B, shout out.
That's because
to
the
Rox
shout
B.
out with the freestyle.
I didn't tell you guys, but I paid about $95 for dinner, and no joke, because I love you guys and I want to make it a party.
Thank you, vocab.
And so that is amazing, and wowee, and praise God.
I feel like saying you should have had Tony come and talk him down.
Yeah. Hey! Classic comedy move. Did you guys hear that? Jeff said you should have had Tony come and talk him down. That's a classic comedy move where you do a callback. He just hit it. I wish you would have leaned in when you did it. You know, like, I feel like you should have Tony going. That was great, though. That was
Debbie could have got it for free, though.
Little Debbie. Wait, will she be trading something? Unless you're saying Hodilla could have got it for free.
Could have got it for free.
And Little Debbie would have traded something.
I would have gave them the Little Debbie treat.
Also, you would have got it for free. Little Debbie would have paid the price. Okay, I see how this works. He's got the mentality. So, Rox B, I don't even know what to say other than thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I also must say this. Now we owe 4 more freestyles. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the story. It is time to do another freestyle. I'm going to work on this brother's mic this time. I'm going to scoot over a tad and let you get as close as you can in the middle here. And what I'll do is I'll lean in like this, and you go forward as much. I'm going to turn up the volume more so we can get you better.
Pump up the volume.
So we owe
Pump up the volume.
4 more freestyles. So we've got to. It's time to knock these out. I'm glad you're here, Jeff Cran.
You guys got to put words on the screen
Would
for me so I can
anyone
rap.
want to rap with us? Because you see, Urban's not a rapper, but he's still rapping.
What are you trying to say? I am a rapper.
So I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to back out, okay? And then you're going to do it, okay? All right, this is our next beat. Man, oh man, I can't even believe this is crazy. I like this beat right here. Let's see if you like it. Okay, here, do the mic check. You do the mic check.
Hello, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Noel QB, what's up? Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Tilt the mic up a bit. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
How's he sound like that, guys?
The Pimp.
Urban, come closer to the mic. I'm turning on the beat just a tad more. I'm going to turn up the mic a little bit more. This is as much as I can do. Do I have gifts that I need wrapped? I don't get it. Is that something to do with us rapping? They're saying we look cute again. Man, come on. Oh, he gets the Hodilla joke now. Okay, I see the one. Thank you. I appreciate it. Some of you guys know the YouTube language. All right, let's do this. I'm going to start the beat over. Again, beats provided by Soko. I think we owe 4 more, so this will knock us down to 3 after this one's done. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and remember, you got to get nice, clear, and loud, all right?
Yeah,
3, 2, 1, here we go. Islamicize me on the MIC. V to the O to the C-A-B. Spell it out, M-A-L-O-N-E. Chillin' with E-R-V-N. Keep it out now, we got the win. Like Charlie Sheen, kick the devil in the shin. Peep it out now, turn the volume to 10. Irvin
on the mic. I thought you guys were gonna put words on the screen so I can rap nice, but I don't see the words yet. What I'm gonna rap about, I don't know yet.
I need a jet or a yacht or a money pit. No, I don't. I just need a Bible lit so I can do a English lit. I need some help. Let's go. Oh.
Mic check, 1, 2. I got a backup dancer and the dude is a Jew. But check it out now, he don't know what to do. He's singing and dancing, he's doing show tunes. From Chicago, I got the vato. Now I rhyme slow, no wine bottle. Italian food with lots of sauce. Go ahead, dude, speak upon the cross.
Speaking up upon the cross, Jesus Christ went up and lost his loss. But he won in victoriously. He came back in those days. There were 3, and then he came back and he appeared to a bunch of people. They were witnesses, and then they started getting this lesson that Jesus was teaching. The apostles went out and started teaching that meeting.
Vocab Maloney, y'all know me. Chopping up the microphone like Shinobi. Eating all the beef and cheese ravioli. Yes, yes, y'all know we like roncanoli. Preaching, singing the gospel, apostle. Yes, yes, y'all beat is hard like a fossil. Not a watch, but something in the ground. Go ahead, Mr. Urban, show 'em that you're down.
I'ma rap about getting robbed and radicalized by Islam. And then I almost got murdered. Then they sent me to murder Robert Spencer. But that didn't work out too well. I was taking selfies. Do you remember that? It was swell.
Sorry, I'm driving on a median. Dude may not be a rapper or comedian like Chappelle, but he's not going to hell. Peep it out now, where is Noel? That's little Deity's real alias. Peep it out now, in Jesus we trust. We will bust, discuss, but not cuss. Vocab Malone, I'm from Columbus.
Columbus, Ohio in the building. I'm not from there, but Wisconsin is where I'm healing. What do you think about it? Remember when they threw me in the caravan and shouted? They shouted at me saying, where is that drawing contest? I jetted out the van and I never came back. And then they were looking for me, but I was gone. And then I just left old Islam.
Muhammad kind of a pervert. This dude was our first convert. And then he used to be an old Dhimmi, but then he got less dim and said he realizes that if he became a convert, he won't have to pay the money that he worked so hard for. Peep it out now. At the end, he became an apostate. Bow!
Boom. Mind blown.
All right, okay, so now how many do we owe? I think we owe 3.
Is finished.
We owe 3 freestyles, I think, now. Okay, so it's kind of we've got the Dhimmi, the convert, apostate here.
That's me.
Can you talk to people a little bit about your cycle here? Because even though we made a sort of a joke about it, because I just mentioned it, that's why I think it might be a good time. We sort of made a silly thing about it. It's actually a true thing that kind of goes down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I was their Dhimmi.
so explain people your first role. You're a Dhimmi at first. What does that mean?
Okay, so basically what I was doing as a Dhimmi, I was basically their slave, right? I had to pay money to these guys in order to basically be around them, basically. That was basically my role.
Yeah, the idea was we're going to protect you from ourselves.
Yeah.
We basically said we won't be open
so they wouldn't kill me.
It's extortion money. It's like what the mob does.
Yeah.
But it's actually allowable in Islam. It's like you pay the person. It's like, well, why do I need protection from me? That's why you need protection.
Yeah. So that's what I was paying them for. But then I got the bright idea to, you know what? Screw this. If I become Muslim, I don't have to pay the jizya.
And does that happen in real life, Irvin?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, not in the United States, obviously.
Well, correct.
But that does happen.
Oh, absolutely. It's actually commanded. What was it? Surah 929. I think that's what you guys quoted from when you guys
when we went to rob you. I think we quoted that like maybe twice the whole show. Right. We didn't like do it the whole show because I know people will probably look for that. But there is real economic pressure that happens on our brothers and sisters in Christ, and they do give in, sometimes because of it, or people who might be nominal Christians or not interested in Islam because of the economic pressure in other places. And the societal pressure, they really do say, oh, wait, I can get out of this horrible situation where I can't vote, I can't be on the radio, I can't operate my business without restrictions, I have to pay the jizya. You mean I can get out of that situation? Okay, well, I'll convert to Islam, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like crypto Jews in Spain or something during the Inquisition.
Yeah, and that even over where they impose that at, you can't worship at a certain time if there's Muslims around.
Yep.
You can't have a certain, like, if there's a festival for Christians or something like that, you can't celebrate that.
You got to keep it quiet,
Yep.
and you got to do it indoors, basically, if you're able to even do it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be paying. If you're not paying, then you're done.
And of course, you know, you see when do a lot of bombings in other countries happen against Christians? It's during the holidays when they know there's a high attendance. You know, the Sri Lanka thing wasn't done during Resurrection Sunday on accident. So it's like you show up during those times and you don't know what's going to happen. Very few of us fear not coming back from Easter service, as it's called. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's no joke. Hey, Alex Medina, thank you very much for the super chat. So, but then you became an apostate. Now, what should have been done with you? Because he ended up leaving Islam. His conscience got the better of him. His character, Jihad Jr.
Yeah, I left Islam. I thought it was just nuts. And I came to my senses, and there's a video at the end of, I forget the,
this is important.
number.
Tell it when you hijack our channel, right?
When I hijacked when I hijacked the channel, and I realized, you know what, these guys, they're into this Islam thing, and it's killing them. I'm realizing this, and I'm like, you know what, this isn't for me. Even if I'm have to pay jizya, it's not for me. And at the end, I said a little prayer for these guys so that they could actually get some intervention from God at that point. But I left Islam because it wasn't for me, and you know, they didn't like that. I guess because I left Islam and I converted to Islam, and then because I left, it was their duty to take care of me or to handle me.
And just so everyone knows, reiterating again, we are talking about his character in Islamicize Me, which was a part satirical parody series, but also true in the sense that it's based partially on a true story, and it's based upon sources in Islam that are considered authoritative, especially by Sunnis. The series would be somewhat less effective per Shia because a lot of the sources we used were Sunni sources. So some Shia actually liked the series because they said, look, this actually points out the ridiculous nature of some of the sources a Sunni used. We're glad. There's some stuff, though, that they would still have to hold to, and so it wasn't entirely just Sunni. And the Taqiyya and perhaps the Muta was more towards the Shia side a bit. Yeah. But nonetheless, like, you know, we're talking about his character, Jihad Jr.
Jihad Jr.
That's what, which is kind of a funny name because he was sort of diminutive. Like we had him in a lesser status as a Dhimmi. Mm-hmm. So when he converts, we immediately make him become a jihadi. So it's like, oh, you going to convert? Okay, welcome to Jihad is what we did because we were going to go ourselves. Hey, shout out to you, D-New, Super Duper. That's right. Canada in the house. Canada. Yeah, all the way, right?
Nice.
And so we're talking about his character's sort of arc or cycle. And at the end, he sort of comes to his senses, and it's good news. By the way, I couldn't put up the whole Logos thing, but you guys, if you notice, there's a code there and a link, and if you guys tap into that, if you want a Logos base package, listeners get 20% off. Pretty soon, it's going to go up to 30% for a special sale, but that is a pretty dope thing, and any listener that uses that not only gets the discount, but also gets 5 free books. So shout out, and also shout out to you, Corinne Chandler. My man. All right, so let's do another freestyle because we've got, how many left?
Yep.
We've done 3, right?
We got to get Jeff on the mic. Jeff, come on, come freestyle.
I think
Jeff's
I would have to practice. You already got me in a doctor's outfit. Like,
why not?
Discussing diseases here.
So maybe 3, I think.
Represent the beard gang.
I think we've got 3 we got to do. And then after that, we want to transition. This is a different kind of show. We're going from silly to serious. I want to get Jeff on here to actually talk about some of his work as an apologist to Muslims, because he's done actually a lot of interesting things as someone who is a Messianic Christian, ethnically Jewish, believer in Jesus Christ, where he's actually doing real outreach, not just to Jewish folks, but he's involved with Islamic apologetics. So we'll talk about that in a second. But first, let's line up this freestyle. I think we have 3 more we need to do, because we had 4 and then Rocks Be Unlocked 2. All right, so let's get this next beat set up. Let's see. You've been killing it, by the way, so far, bro. You've been killing it, man. Here, jump in here. I'm sorry, I got to get all... It's not... Can you lock it a little bit? It needs to be... Like, can you tighten it? Well, I think if you just tighten it, should be okay.
Mic check,
Not
1
really
2
one to
1
stay.
2. Mic
Alright.
check, 1 2 1 2.
Let's see. Hold up. Let me get this beat here. Let's try this beat. Let's see if this is a good beat here.
Thanks for tuning in, man.
Just got some new beats.
That sounded like John A, the last one you guys played.
Here we gotta get this more in your head. I like this one. Alright, I'll go first. I'll have to jump over and then I'll get out of the way. Okay? So I'll kind of lean in like that. Sound good? Again, thanks to Jonathan Soko for all the beats. A lot of you guys have been, I got the new beats, I just haven't had a chance to download them, Soko. A lot of you have, here, I'm going to do this, but you can just lean in and I'll lean back out. A lot of you have been sending Soko free beats free books because he sends me free beats. So shout out to this community. It's a very giving community, the Street Apologist Live community. Turn it up, please. Are you saying turn up the beat? Is that what you're saying? The beat needs to be louder?
Yeah.
Are you talking about turn up the beat there? I need to know what you're referring to. I think you're referring to the beat itself. I will turn it up. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to go first and you jump in next, bro. Time to rock this. Yes, y'all, just don't stop this. Unlock this. Freestyle tonight. I'm chilling with James Chavez, not white, not even Durban. Got Cran in the back. I met James, dude is all of that. I got a black hat. It is a polo. Go ahead, break out the flavor like a Rolo. Oh no.
Like a Rolo, you're talking about candy. I like that stuff. Yeah, it's mine and dandy. I rap when I'm not feeling lonely. I don't feel lonely because I feel real homey. Like my homie from the West Coast and the East Coast. We like to eat butter on our burnt toast. I don't know what else to say right now. So vocab, take it over and let's see how.
Boom, bap, pow, like Batman. Then 66, check it out. Right hand, like Adam West, got the best. Why is that? It is spiritual righteousness. For the thoughts coming from Satan. Keep it out now. Who I'm hating. Plus the demons, that's who we slaying. Go ahead, bro. Show 'em you ain't playing.
Rock speed on the mic. I'm team 82, always in the back tight. I like to rap when I'm feeling this beat. This beat's so good, thanks for Soko's beats. I like the manicotti. No other stuff, no lasagna, please.
Yeah. Alright, yo. Keep it out now, walking with a lint. Like Ice Cube, and I'm sitting by a pen. He's over there, he got some hair on his chin. The dude is kinda red. 6, 7, hanging in the air. Peep it out now, none will dare to contest. It's no contest. James Chavez, boom, boom, in your chest. Ah!
Yeah, this is the real one. Yeah, you like it when we rap, we make you smile. Pick up the phone and then you can dial. You call us up and we make your request. You gotta do it now, put the S on your chest. Cause I see Superman, he's better than the Batman. I like DC, but I don't like Marvel. And you gotta tell me what you gotta see. Did you see Aladdin? I heard it was free.
I ain't even gonna see that ish. Can't watch nothing with that dude Will Smith. Since he was in 1986, he had a beatboxer who used to spit. It was Ray Backseat plus the real DJ. Check it out now, but that was back in the day. Since Fresh Prince, I can't watch him. Go ahead, dude, drop the mic, Jim.
Like a gem, it's my turn. I gotta turn it up so I can let it burn. What does that mean? I don't know, but it rhymes, so I put it in my flow. I like Will Smith, don't be dissing. You can't tell him that you be cooking in the kitchen. I wanna eat some more food, I am hungry. Tell me what you got and I'm gonna get on me.
Yes, y'all, you know we stand. I'm chilling with the ill man, Jeff Cran. Peep it out now, got a Lord in his hand. Won't give him anything from the pig can. No pork upon his fork. Rock the microphone, rock by the stork. So we birth the new rhymes like a lady in labor. Piece it out now, check the ill type of flavor. Ooh!
Rock steady.
Okay, now they're saying that, they're saying we owe like 4 more. They just unlocked another one. What is wrong with you people? What kind of? This is supposed to be a party. You know, this is supposed to be like a Islamicize Me anniversary party, and all you guys are doing is rapping stuff. Now I'm gonna get Jeff in here, but I think a good transition, real quick, James, is for you to talk about your rap career. What I mean by that is, this dude. No, I don't know about rap. I didn't know if you've really done rap. I was talking about this dude has been present on so many rap videos, so many rap songs, and he don't. Why do I still have this? He's not an MC that I'm aware of, but this dude is always in rap videos, including, you guys remember I was promoting my boy Aaron Bryan, and before that, Pastor RBD. This dude's been on all their albums. It's like a Minharaj tradition. So talk a little bit about that, because, you know, we're rapping and stuff, but dude, you've recorded a lot. Tell them about that, then we'll get Jeff over here, bro.
Yeah, so I kind of carried over my acting talents to some voice acting for my brother Gabe Minharaj, aka RBD. Shout out to him. We worked a lot behind the scenes, not even just the voiceovers, but musically too. But the first time I dropped a voiceover for him, I told him he needed to have a DJ. I wasn't at all trying to plug myself. I was attending ASU at the time. I was in the theater program. So he played this song, and I'm like, you need to have somebody be the DJ out there. I think it'll be great. And he's like, well, why don't you do it? I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it. I never recorded a voiceover on music before, you know. And he kept telling me to do it, so finally I got out of my comfort zone. I did it, and then DJ Resurrected, the character, was born. And since then, he's made about a dozen appearances for RBD, more recently for Aaron Bryan, his son. Shout out to Aaron. He's got a new EP out right now. It's called Start Life. It's on iTunes, and you can stream it everywhere. That's the latest DJ Resurrected voiceover. I've worked with a few other artists too, doing voiceovers. I do not rap. I have no desire to rap. Everything I've done musically has been behind the scenes. I have rapped once. I'm sure Vocab has mentioned many times.
That is your rap career. Okay.
Production,
yeah.
The one that we did, and actually the rhymes, 2 out of the 3 rhymes I had were written by Vocab. I had a challenge, or channel, I should say, my inner. It was a mixture of Pac and Dr. Dre, delivery wise, with Vocab's lyrics. Outside of that, I have no desire to be a rapper, MC, lyricist. I leave that up to the pros. These 2 guys right here, you know, they got it.
Wait, you consider him a pro?
I'm a professional, guys. Thank you. Professional.
He's more of a pro than I am, man.
Just so you know,
I can't do it.
he's about maybe 5 years away from becoming a professional apologist. He's about 30 years away from becoming a professional rapper.
Wow.
But give him a record deal anyway. Hey, Bad Bobby can have, or whatever her name is, Bad Baby, or whatever, he can have it.
Get this man on Death Row Records. Shout out to Suge Knight. So yeah, that's that.
So this is true. So you know what, James? One time we should do maybe a show where we get as many One cast members, and we do a live stream with the One people. That'd be real
awesome.
Crazy.
Absolutely.
All right, Jeff, get in close, bro. You're gonna have to touch.
Gonna have to really get in there.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. I think they should be able to hear.
I'm almost feeling like I need to start channeling my inner modest Yahoo or a Hazakim here.
Yeah, do it. That'd be freaking awesome.
You know, spend some time listening to those guys.
So check it out. Guys, let me know. Do we have 3 or 4 more freestyles we need to do left? I'm losing track here. Nate, let me know, please, bro. Thank to everyone on the shout out. I'm sorry missing some of you, but Nate is keeping track, and so they all go towards what we're doing here. So you did some apologetics and evangelism to Muslims before and after Islamicize Me. So guys, Islamicize Me is one kind of unique thing. It is not all we do. Some people don't think it should ever be done. My view, at least, and I think Irvin agrees, and I think these guys got roped into it, so they must agree, at least provisionally, is that it can be part of something. It's not for everybody, but Jeff does very serious, heartfelt, sincere stuff as well. Can you talk a little about all your involvement? Because you've done quite a bit, from training to going to the mosque to just a whole bunch of stuff, bro. Let them know, please.
Yeah, I actually got introduced to George through Vocab.
That's the guy that just got the trailer paid for by David Wood, by the way, and that was involved with the Dearborn stuff.
Yeah. And so he's had a Muslim conference. Actually, we've gotten the church we attend involved in it and done mosque evangelism. And he got me involved through the authenticity of the scriptures, particularly, and then the issue of the Trinity, which is big for Muslims and it's big for Jews. And actually, the most hysterical thing to me is when I hear Muslims use the same arguments I'd hear from a Jewish background, and so that fascinated me. In fact, one of the guys who is really big at attacking the gospel in the Jewish community is a guy Muslims are tuning into now, named Tovia Singer, from what I understand. And so now they're borrowing from Brooklyn. And so I've been involved with doing the mosque evangelism, doing some of the training. George did distance training and had me on with a group from YWAM who was planning to go out to the Mideast. And so he had me do a few things that I end up doing via Skype. So that was kind of an interesting experience, Skyping to a group in Redland, California. It was less intimidating in some ways being in a mosque than being in the Jewish neighborhood of Brooklyn, which sounds really funny because at first I was terrified. And I found out that Muslims really feel a need to talk to you, whereas Orthodox Jews feel a need to spit at you. So I thought this was a really nice change of pace. And so that's how I've gotten involved there. So Dearborn, my wife and daughter went. And my daughter actually cuts hair. So she was doing the hair of the Muslim women as they were being evangelized. Yeah, it was really cool because they had they couldn't go anywhere. They had the headgear off and they're stuck there. And she's styling their hair and someone's sharing the gospel. And so we all kind of went to Dearborn together, the three of us, and actually ended up doing that. And so that was an interesting experience for her also. And so I think the mosque evangelism has been a few times. And then the Arab festival. We actually have an Arab American festival, and I've been involved with that two years in a row now. So you've got Islamicize Me, but you also have direct mosque outreach. You have other things that can be done.
Did you tell them about the training you've done?
The training as far as YWAM I did, and then being a speaker at the Muslim Apologetics Conference that we have in the Valley. And as I said, I actually got Hillside Southern Baptist hosting it. So that was kind of exciting for me to kind of introduce them to the whole thing of apologetics.
Yeah, not to Islamicize.
Not to no, that would be a little bit over the top. Okay, seeing me as a Jewish doctor would change my Sunday mornings. I don't think I need that right now. So that's a lot of it. It's been kind of the same events over and over again.
But it's pretty cool. I mean, what would your parents say? I mean, one time you made a joke about your grandpa, what he would say.
Yeah, well, actually, my dad would probably say, years ago, I told you to reach the pygmies, and the Muslims are slightly taller, but that's cool. You're leaving our people alone. So
that's what he wants, though. Basically, it's for you to leave Jews alone.
He said that at first, yeah. He said, could you, go to Africa or something and reach other people?
Jeez.
So, my wife was kind of funny, though. Before I came here, I actually talked to some Muslims, and I gave them our house address. And so she told me when I did stuff out here, please don't tell them where we live. So that was her only thing.
Okay, it's time to do another freestyle, Jeff. Thank you. Guys, subscribe to Jeff's channel. Subscribe to Jeff's channel, please.
What's your channel?
You can find me, Jeff Cran, Zion's Banner. It's all one word.
Look for Jeff Cran, Kran, Zion's Banner. Someone's telling me we need 7 more freestyles. I think you're lying. There's no way we've unlocked that many. Although, Rox B, I'm tripping out on what you just did. I'm just bugging out right now because you're just killing it. Okay, guys, Jonathan Soko is saying that he sent more beats. And do you guys think I should download those beats right now? Literally, we're getting beats during the show. Okay, while I get those, Irvin, can you tell them about your channel? I know you said your channel, but you haven't told them about anything that's actually on there.
All right.
Or anything like that, because your channel is really good. Guys, his channel is a really good apologetics channel. He has great videos He's busy, so he can't do more yet, but one day I'm hoping he can even do more. But everyone subscribe. Tell them about the stuff on there, bro.
Okay, so first of all, the channel is Operation Apologetics, all right? Check it out. Subscribe. Listen, my channel deals mostly with atheism and some Islam in there as well. The main reason is why I started is because I had Muslims that I talked to on a daily basis. I didn't have answers. So when I started realizing their argumentation, I'm like, there's no way this can hold water. So I started putting videos up, and actually a lot of people contact me and saying, hey, as Muslims, as former Muslims, I didn't have answers from my Muslim family, so thanks for the information. Now the atheism material on the channel, I deal with a lot of atheists at work. There's a lot of atheists in this world. And just because they ask me so many questions, I'll share the gospel with them at work, and then I'll direct them to the videos on my YouTube channel. So go check out the channel. It's Operation Apologetics. Islam and atheism is on that channel. And if you like Brother Polite, or if you have seen some stuff about him, there's a video on there, top 5 fails of Brother Polite. So check that out and share it.
My man, bringing it down. All right, you guys are just killing us with all these. I don't know how we're going to do this. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to all these freestyles, because I want to make sure that we are still getting, you know, like our little... Yeah, I just muted myself. Okay, I'm going to bring up one of the new beats. Soko sent, okay, everybody? Hold on, guys. I'm getting a new beat. We're doing our next freestyle. Just give me a second. I know you guys can't hear it. I'm sorry. All right, this beat, literally... Hold on. Pretty dope. We literally, so guys, this is real time. Jonathan Soko emailed me a beat just now. I just downloaded it. This one seems to be called 6. It's pretty dope. All right, are you ready, Irvin? I think we could do this since you're on your way to becoming a professional rapper.
Yes, thanks, Roxby, for confirming the professionalism.
Oh my goodness, what is this? This guy
What about Ho
Dilla? Yeah, what about? Oh, actually, someone said you have a voice, movie trailer voice.
Oh.
Someone said you have a movie trailer voice. Someone said that. I saw it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's definitely part of the plan.
And they said about Jeff that you have a good YouTube channel. All right, let's do this. All right, here we go. Let's try this beat. I don't know how on I'm going to be in the beginning, because this beat it's a new beat. So let's try it. All right, I'll go first. Brand new. Coming through.
I like that. Soko.
Shopping you. On the avenue, mic check 1 2, and now we rockin'. Peep it out now, spittin' verbal doctrine. On the blockin', everywhere we go, chillin' with the dude, the beat so go, oh flow.
Yeah, Enzo, shout out, listen. Shout out to Enzo 1965 for keeping my rap career alive. There once was a man from Mecca who was said it was the Valley of Becca. The Valley of Sorrows was begged, hid, and killed and borrowed by a man who not hollowed.
I don't know what to do to saying, but we having fun on the mic and we blazing. Kinda playing, kinda slaying. Check it out now, and we are portraying an image, don't gotta burn it. If we read Quran and learned it, we would have to chop all the images up, but we're not. That's cool. So Mom, what's up? Go ahead.
Mom, what's up? I wanna see you make my cup of rice noodle soup. I am hungry. Still, there was not enough for me. I want them fries and everything else. Come on, put the elf back on the shelf. 2 more bars and I'ma end it there. I need some more hair, not there.
Yo, peep it out, the beat is kinda rare. We rockin' the mic into the atmosphere. We got 2 pair, got to make it clear. Peep it out now, genetics are rare. For the Cohen, I'm knowing. Jeff Print in the back, he's not flowing. Peep it out now, we're on Torah, but he sparks it off like he was a menorah.
Menorah, Torah. What else rhymes with Dora? I need to Explorer. Oop, I meant I need an exploder, like you guys did in the movie, exploring Islamicize me. That is the end of my rap career. I'ma retire now, I'm gonna retire here.
Hey yo, check it out through the milk crate, grabbing a sample, props to Nate. Dude is great, to this, now we dropping weight upon the track. But mostly, you know it's the lady, Rocks B, holding it down like two to the chest, representing the rainy Northwest, yes.
Backpack, magic backpack, Mickey Mac attack. I need a shack, I need to get that. Thanks, Enzo. That rhymes with Dora. Zora. That's all I got. Ha!
That's all he got. We gotta keep it on. We gonna rock. Shepherds, sheep, we serve the flock. Was it backwards? I forgot. I'm walking the block for the doctrine block. Peep it out now. Look at my watch. Wrong wrist. But the point was that I got doctrine for the block on my wrist. That was the point of that. All right, I think we gotta do 2 in a row because we really owe them. So we need to get these other 2 brothers involved. So which one of you wants to give us words to rap about while we're doing it?
Hey, maybe Jeff Cran can rap in Hebrew.
Yeah, bro, you want to try to rap in Hebrew?
Try it.
Everything rhymes in Hebrew anyway.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of
I want rap about the colors black and gold as I'm wearing.
All right, but then you got to keep on giving us.
Oh, okay.
You got to be like black and gold.
Okay.
And then we'll switch
So
it.
You want me to
Try
be
to
the quarterback? You want me to throw you words?
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to switch it when
Okay.
we switch. So
Gotcha.
around the 7th line, you say a new thing, and then he's got to try to come on. Okay, so guys, here's what we're doing this time. We're switching it up. I think we owe 6 more freestyles. Nate, let me know. We may not get to them all today because I wanted to answer some questions from the live chat, but you guys are really keeping us busy. So we're going to go. He's going to start. He wants me to rap out black and gold first. Bro, he's going to give you the word, so you have to know what he's going to say.
Done.
So it's going to freestyle like he's the quarterback, we're the wide receivers, Jeff's the coach, or the water boy, or the cheerleader.
The water boy.
Take your pick. Take your pick. Take your pick.
You need some water?
Take your pick. But all right, if you're a little closer, they can see you in camera, bro. You should try to be.
Hey guys,
You know what I'm saying?
Say hi to my cousin Olivia who's watching.
Olivia.
What's up, Olivia? All right,
G.
here we go. A new
What's up,
beat.
Elijah?
Unlocking freestyles like insane. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let me hear it. Nah, I think you'll switch. Alright. Grab the mic, begin to explode. Gotta rap about the black and gold. The colors of my brother right next to me. Representing kind of a wax state C. L-A-K-E, drowning that. If you wear the hat, care if it's black. I really don't, but I'm getting old, so I got $5 glasses, they looking gold. Oh.
Okay, Fanta, listen. I want a Fanta. I'm going to Atlanta. I got heartburn, so I need to my Atlanta. Look at this earlier, I know that, so don't bring it up because I need to learn a word to rap. But the word is Fanta. You want a Fanta? That's a ghost. I don't know.
What's this? What's Eno gear? Okay, Eno gear, I don't know what this is. Here we go, though. 3, 2, alright. Keep it out, perfect love, cast a fear. Got some brand new Eno gear. Sent from a man, apology. M-I-K-E be calling me. Your grandpa opened up the wall and see. Say something shit by you. P-S-U gear is kinda fresh. Check it out, listen to the mic, hot to death, yes.
I wish I could sit where Jeff Cran is. He is holding up my black and blue glasses. Oops, I meant to take all my classes. I didn't really go, so I'm not going to pass it. Oh, I like that word, it's flowing off the tongue. I need some more so I can get really young. That's all I got.
What's the next one? Oh, that's okay. Next up. Satan, dude can't hold me. I got the sweet gospel like a cannoli, foldy, Bible paper, but not for weed to use it like a saber. Chopping, yes, y'all know me. Call me Obi-Wan Cannoli. So sweet, but still like a Jedi. Keep it out, hit up like Detroit red eye.
Yeah, the next word is Sony. I like to eat, but I'm real bony. I don't know what I need, but it's phony. Cause I'm gonna ask, where are my headphonies? This isn't a loner, it's a coner, a toner. I need to everything that rhymes with bump.
That was the end. That was the end.
Oh, okay.
So turn trumpet to trumpet. That's all I'm going to do right there. All right, let's look at a couple. Guys, let me know how many freestyles have. Jeff, get your words ready because next we're going to have you do them. But let's look at this. Let's look at this for real, guys. Tell me if you have any questions or shout-outs you got in there. Does anyone have any questions? Let's look at these questions and then we'll go do a freestyle more or two, and we might have to save some of those.
Shout out to Cam. Cam said, "Hey, with the fire."
Oh, Jeff Cran, they're saying they want you to do rapid fire questions at the end of the show.
That worked out really great the last time we did that.
Okay, listen, if you guys are wanting Jeff to do rapid fire questions, here's what you have to do. You give Jeff apologetic questions, right? Okay, here, let me just a little bit. Sorry, I might cut off your L just a little bit. Sorry. If you guys want Jeff, by the way, I have black and gold too a little bit. But if you guys want Jeff to do rapid fire questions, which is kind of a thing apparently now, everyone has to backlog them in their mind. Hopefully apologetic questions that are clear and concise. Start them all with Jeff. That way we know who you're referring to. Or if you want to be cool, say Nisan, Nisan. Either one of those two, and then you make your question clear, end it with a question mark so we know it's a question, okay? Right? So do that. All right. Now, we can end the show with a rapid-fire question, and he'll answer all the apologetic questions. So these are not necessarily these Islamicize questions. These are more the apologetic questions. We'll end the show that way. We'll probably do one more freestyle, and then we might have to save some of those other ones. But let's see what else we got going on here. Jonathan Soko says, when doing the scenes shot in public, did anyone stop you guys and ask what you were doing? Or did anyone have a problem with you guys while wearing the Muslim outfits?
No one had a problem with Hope Dilla.
Yeah, no one. With the big giant red pimp outfit. What about you, Irvin? Were you out in public much?
Absolutely, yes. Listen, okay, so the first one was when we were shooting the hotel scene.
Oh, yeah, so you were always in public.
Yes. Well, see, this time we were taking a break. So myself and one of the camera guys walked over to get some sandwiches or something. We brought lunch back. Everyone is looking at us.
Wait, is that where we couldn't find you? You guys walked off?
We walked.
So we're going back, and we don't know where anyone is. We're supposed to be shooting, and all of a sudden they're walking back, and we hear yelling across the way, but we're supposed to be at the hotel, but we hear yelling, and we're like, what's that? Who's yelling at us? No one. And we look, and it's these more, and they went to go get sandwiches. We're supposed to be filming anyways. Okay, so I remember this. Go ahead.
But yeah, it was that time, and everyone, as we're walking, they're staring at us, and they're nervous. As we're walking down the street, you have people on their bikes going out of their way to go on the other side of the road because we're walking past. I'm like, I wonder if this is how Muslims actually feel when they're wearing their garb. It was the coolest thing. Anyway, the other thing was when they were actually hijacking me, throwing me in the caravan. That was funny. If you notice, the cameraman, once John McCrae grabbed me and threw me in the van, the camera pans over to the left really fast. Why? There was a car coming right behind us, and people were walking, staring at us, like, what the heck are they doing?
Because it looked like a legit abduction.
Yeah, it looked like
He's
they were
walking,
actually abducting.
John grabs him. John throws him into a van with a sliding door. Yeah. And there's like two other guys in it. It looked like a legit abduction.
Yeah, the camera goes, it pans to the left real quick because he's like, oh, shoot, these guys are watching. So that was one that I remember. Those two.
Okay, tell me this. This is a serious question. Is it harder, do you think you experience more prejudice or bigotry if you had to go through life as a Muslim, dressed as a Muslim, or as someone who's black in America?
It depends. I think it's different struggles. They have to deal with different struggles depending on what's going on at the time. But people are more accepting of it. I think.
Of what? Of which thing?
For example, let's take a Muslim wearing a woman wearing a hijab. That's becoming a lot more accepted because everyone's like, oh, well, everyone's fine. All religions are fine. So it's more accepted. And people aren't really targeting them much, is what I see.
But do you feel like you get more side-eye just being black or side-eye wearing your kufi and all that?
No, I think black wearing the kufi was the problem.
Oh, right.
But I don't
you might be right because David, everywhere he went, people thought he was cool.
Because it's actually become a fashion trend now. Gucci actually recently came out with something like that. And,
really?
They actually caught some slack from the Muslim community. But
oh, shoot.
It's celebrities are wearing that. Like Nick Cannon's wearing one now. Well, he's wearing more like a turban.
Yeah, I've seen his. He thinks he's like a Nuwabian or something.
You know how it is. Whenever
right.
celebrities wear it, then all of a sudden it's cool, and that's the trend. It's the current trend.
But like, so this was late night, and I sort of live in a hoodish, mild, not really compared to like Chicago, but by suburban standards, I guess. I don't know. It's all relative, but
Mid-Manhattan.
we're in this place, this Circle K, kind of late, getting some stuff because we had to get a bunch of bottles for when he goes, "What?" Well, Robert, come out and play, right? And so we had to empty a bunch of bottles, so we were getting some, and when he goes in there, there's a guy who might have been homeless. I don't know if he was. He was just kind of a guy who was like around the way, but he was in there. And when David comes out, the guy looks and he's like, "Whoa, you look like God," and says that to David. So like David was even saying everywhere I went, people were like giving me more love and more respect.
Oh, really?
For David specifically, he was like people noticed me and always like, yeah, cool. Like David said it was the opposite for him. It's funny though because it seems like it was the opposite for you. Yeah. So I don't know. It may really be like black Muslim extra shade throne. I mean that's what it might seem like.
Could be, yeah.
Mine was sort of in the middle. There was times I definitely felt self-conscious. Mm-hmm. But by and large, I could sense people wanting to not really bother us, though. Like not like fear, just like I got a sense of like, wow, they don't want to seem that way. The only time it came close is when we were walking on Campbell and 19th Avenue towards the bus stop, and we had our knives out. And what we did, we had our knife because our caravan had just been robbed, and we were walking, and we had to do the shot where I thought the cameraman was going to be in the middle of the street because the idea was he's going to be in this. It's kind of a dangerous shot. He was going to be in the suicide lane shooting us while the bus pulls up. And then when the bus pulls away, I thought he was going to get a parting shot. So clearly we're not taking the bus with our gear and our knives out because we had real knives and swords. So we had to like run. So the bus pulls up. So to create the illusion, we had to run real quick to get behind cars. So it looked like we got on the bus. But the cameraman, I don't know, there's some kind of miscommunication. We ran real fast with our knives in broad daylight to jump behind cars when the bus left, right? Which created that was the most time it created a stir. But the cameraman was just over beside us. Like he had already gotten the shot. I was like, wait, bro, I thought you were going to get the shot while the bus pulls away. He's like, no, I got the shot. So if you watch it, it's just the bus pulls up and then it doesn't show. We were going to create the illusion, but the cameraman just walked over. So my point is we did all this like hustling, ducking behind cars with knives, dressed in full gear in the middle of the day on a normal street, 19th Avenue, for no reason. Because we didn't get on the bus, but it didn't matter. And so it was kind of funny, but the shot was perfect. But almost as soon as we sat down at the bus stop, the bus pulled up. Literally, the timing was perfect. Not only that, but someone was honking. I don't know why they were honking, like right when he turned on the camera. So you get all these sound effects. It seems so real. I don't know. But when we pulled away, we saw a group of adults, mainly ladies, who had gathered together and had their phones out. Like when we were leaving already the scene, though, because I think that was the closest one. There's one more that should have created a problem, is when I had the backpack and I was dressed in full garb, looking kind of crazy, and I had to go to the van and then hand the backpack to another guy. I forget who it was, who was dressed also in full garb. And so we were at the bottom of a hotel room going in and out of a parking garage in the van, passing a backpack around. And I was like, man, if no one's going to stop us doing this, no one's going to stop us doing anything. Because I realized, because there was one guy over there, but I feel like he was just on his phone the whole time, but I don't feel like he was paying attention to literally anything we were doing. Mm-hmm. So there's the answer. There's the answer. Someone says, all the stuff you guys did in public, I'm surprised you didn't have a nice little chat with cops. Again, I'm going to be honest, and this is just me talking. When I'm with a group of all, like if it's me and all my friends are black or Hispanic, I have way more problems running with cop run-ins than I do dressed as a Muslim. I'm just saying. Like, they tend to notice you and bother you a lot more. I'm just saying. This is my personal experience is all I'm saying. I'm not saying any kind of stat or figure, but I'm saying that's when I notice, why are the cops so interested in us? Why don't they leave us alone? But true thing. Okay. Okay, it looks like people are starting to get. Did we have to get permits to film in the street? I don't know.
It's called guerrilla filming.
It is called guerrilla filming. It is called guerrilla filming.
No, because you do it anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that was very on the gray area that we did, so I'm not exactly sure. But The answer is I don't know. All right, let's see.
Safe to say no.
Okay, but
Jeff, if Jesus, here.
That's getting ready for him. Guys, say those Jeff questions. Had them all up there, okay? I can't look. Someone says Hope Irvin's back is all right after the live stream. Oh, hey, hold it when he gets home. Hook this man up. He's worked all day. Then he comes home and eats some lasagna, and now he's bending over. You know, look at him. He's got a necktie on still. You know. Anyways, so we're gonna do one more freestyle. Then after this freestyle, Nate, let me know how many RO, and we'll do them during the next live stream. We always do that. You know what I'm saying? We build them up. We're gonna do one more right now because we don't want the stream to go too much over an hour and a half, and we're getting close to that point. And then after we do this freestyle, Jeff, it's going to be your turn. So save all your rapid-fire questions. I'm going to man it on the side and try to get him in there. You might have to scoot over just a tad for this ending thing, James, but not yet, bro. And we'll do the freestyle now. And let's use another one of these new beats sent by Soko. And you guys have been great. Hasn't this been great?
Oh, these beats have been freaking amazing.
What about this, James? Why did you say yes to Islamicize Me? And what has been the reaction? Why get the setup? What has been sort of reaction since you've... If you've gotten reaction, what has it been? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, what's your...
I haven't... You know what? I haven't... I thought I'd get some backlash for it, considering I know Muslims, and I have Muslims that follow me on social media. So I expected there to be some backlash, which, I mean, I was okay with it, you know, because controversy. But at least to me directly, I haven't had anything negative said, and surprisingly, a lot of people found it to be funny when I smacked David Wood. Like, you know, it's something serious, but I guess people found it hilarious.
People found it funny when I smacked David Wood.
Yeah, they did. And I'm like, okay, you know, we'll run with it. But yeah, it's been all positive so far. You know, maybe if there has been some backlash, they didn't have the guts to say to me.
Maybe since you were slapping fools, they didn't want to say it to your face anyway.
They're like, I don't want to get slapped.
All right, well, many of us did find it funny when you slapped David Wood, especially those of us in the room. That scene was very hard to keep a straight face for. Oh, my goodness. Because they were just so into it, and it was just, like, epic.
That and Little Debbie.
And John killed it. John just killed that scene, too. Are you ready to get in here? We're ready for our next freestyle. Sure. My man, Irvin. Sure. You guys are unlocking freestyles left and right. Let me get a sense of this beat. These are brand new dudes just sending to these. And that sounds like a good old, like, fashion, like... Well, I was going to say boot camp clip, but then you had a smooth part in there. All right. Yeah, maybe. It's a little smooth, though, too. I don't know. All right, let's go with this. You guys ready? All right, here we go. Soko. These literally are fresh out the email. I just got this. What the world is that, bro? Oh, that's you. It's your selfie.
That's yourself.
This is nice, though. This is nice. Grab the mic. Hood it. Hold on. I can start over. I messed up. I messed up. Let me start over, guys. Sorry. It's the beginning, so it's okay. Cook it up like rice. Grab the mic real nice. Take my advice. Don't be in a series like Islamicize. That might get both of your eyes gouged out. You might even shout. They might take you down and make you eat grout. That be kinda gross. Burnt like toast. But check it out now. Go ahead and flow. Oh!
Burnt like toast. Don't be a fool and be doing the most. You got to get grilly, you got to get silly. I don't know what that means, but you gotta get gilly. Oh, I think I got some more pictures to share about David Wood bleeding all over the chair. And I'ma show you in 2 minutes flat. Give it the vocab, how about that?
Thanks for the super chat. Unlock a freestyle. Make you laugh, hopefully make you smile. Listen, some of my homage seem vile. How to expose them like the Nile. Now we flowing down the middle of Egypt, chilling in Phoenix, worshiping Jesus. He's the king. I'm doing the thing. Circle around, whack MCs like a ring bling.
Ring bling. I like to sing. I'm not that good. It's just like rapping. You just gotta do it. You don't gotta be good. Just do whatever they be doing in the hood.
It is funny. Check it out. Thanks for the money you send on a Sunday. Yes, there's one way to heaven. It's not from unleavened bread or even following what the Reverend said. It's from the blood that he bled, and now he will bleed. It's what I need. Go ahead, grab the mic, brother. Proceed.
Jesus is all I need. I go to him, I go to Jesus. Everybody wanna try to please us, but they don't have to, they need Jesus. Those are the two words that I would just keep using.
Now we are abusing these beats due to sitting through this thing called email. Noelle the female, dressed up, really? You could not tell, but she was right under there. Keep it out now. We did dare to do a parody. Don't do it too. You might get chopped in two.
Chop his body off.
Whoa! Oh, ho, ho, ho. All right. Here, Irvin, can you hold this real quick? Literally, the mic just fell apart. Grumpy Knuckles, he gave $2 in the super chat and then said it's trash. Check it out, bro. We know that. This is about fun. Man, if I would have had this before, I could have put those up and shared those. Okay. Nate, let me know how many freestyles we have left.
Check that one.
And now, I'm going to move out of the way. You got some good pictures, dude. I'm going to move out of the way, and Jeff's going to do the rapid fire. Poor Jenny's over there.
One more. That's a good
That's what happens when you trust a 10-year-old. Hold on, let's see. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's good because it proves. A lot of people don't know about that. We got to put that up, bro. Because it proves it's his hand, not mine. Yeah. Oh, man, thank you, bro. Seriously. All right, y'all. Yeah, you rapped too hard. The mic couldn't handle it. Hey, it's all right, Grumpy. I mean, I know your name Grumpy Knuckles, so you probably got down with Bumpy Knuckles. And we're just having fun. This is like, imagine Flavor Flav rapping, but worse. That's us right now. All right, I'm moving out of the way. Jeff Crane, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, rapid fire apologetic questions to end the show. All right. We're going to get in nice and tight, though, okay, guys? Because I still got to kind of man the computer.
Hey, watch.
Oh. But check it out. You just need to look there, and I'll just ask the question from the side. Does that sound good?
Okay.
So really, it should be okay. I'll just kind of be like this, but it's not that important for me to be in here. Okay.
I was going to say Ben already had one in there.
All right. No, by the way, Flavor Flav wasn't good as far as rapping, but that's kind of the point. Okay, is everyone ready? This is a time where we do a rapid fire asking Jeff Cran questions, all right? And this is not a question, but I just need to get started. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Jeff Cran, you'll just make some of these you can make a comment on, okay? A theologically astute comment. Just to put Jesus, we aren't perfect, that's why we need him.
Just to put... it's accurate that we need him. We just have to be careful because he doesn't leave us the way he found us. That's called sanctification.
D-New says, every one of you look way better than Flavor Flav. Praise God.
I don't know how to be theologically astute with that one at all.
Something about Flavor Flav is made in the image of God, or... No? Okay. Now we have, do Hebrew Israelites have a different view of the law versus Hebrew roots?
Their view of the law is similar. The only difference is the narrative around the law, like who is an Israelite. But their view of the law is similar, that you have to keep it. They just change who it relates to.
That's a good way to put it, yeah. Hey guys, happy Islamicize Me anniversary. Great, what a great occasion. So let's turn that into a question. Quick version of what's your life been like since the year of Islamicize Me?
Because I only played the doctor. No one's called me up with any pains, and when I go to parties, they don't tell me it hurts over here. So it hasn't changed that much for me.
All right. Okay, how about right here? Jeff, how can Gentiles be saved if they don't convert to Judaism?
The rabbis have what are called the Noahide laws. They believe that there are certain laws deducible from the Noahic covenant. They believe those were given to the nation and a righteous Gentile on the basis of being in line with those and believing in God can indeed possibly can have a portion in the kingdom.
Jeff, if Jesus is Messiah, why is he not a political leader?
Because Messiah was supposed to be so much more than just a king. He had a priestly role that he was supposed to fulfill, and atonement that he was supposed to provide. And so that's why he's not just a political leader.
Okay.
What does echad mean in Shema?
Wait, you're getting one? Okay, go ahead. Can you say that one loud? What is that?
What does the echad mean in the Shema?
In the Shema, what does echad mean?
Okay. Shema.
Echad does not necessarily mean absolutely one. It can mean numerically one, or it can have the idea of a compound one or a unit. And it's used that way in Genesis 2, right around 24 through 26. The two shall become one flesh. It's not an absolute one, it's one unit. Echad is skull in Numbers, where they bring one cluster of grapes. And so it can mean numerically one, but it doesn't mean absolutely one.
So what's the theological relevance of that, bruh?
That when the Shema is speaking, it is not relegating, it is not disallowing the idea of the Trinity in any way, shape, or form.
So the Shema is Deuteronomy 6:5, and it's like the creed of Israel?
6:4 through 9. Yeah, but it would be the most ancient creed of Judaism.
Jeff, are there two types of Jews? Ones who believe in Torah only, and the ones who believe in both Old Testament and New Testament?
Within rabbinical Judaism, there are no Jews that believe in the New Testament. If you're talking about Jewish followers of Jesus, we do believe in the New Testament.
So, when did you have feelings for Jesus? I think that's something about your testimony in those paragraphs.
Okay, because that sounded a little weird. I didn't quite know how to take that in 81, so I'd say about around 1980, 1979.
Jeff, is the Christian interpretation of Isaiah 53 wrong?
The Christian interpretation of Isaiah 53 is right. You just have to be a little bit nuanced when you're talking to a Jewish person to get them there.
Alright,
Do Jehovah's Witness or Seventh-day Adventists get into the Old Testament law?
Can you say that again?
Okay. Do Jehovah's Witness or Seventh-day Adventists get into the Old Testament law, and do they use Old Testament to defend salvation by works?
The Seventh-day Adventists get into the law, and they do use the law to promote the idea of a works merit. But even Kingdom of the Cults, Walter Martin, kind of said it was debatable whether to put them under cult status or not.
Do Jehovah's Witnesses or Seventh-day Adventists get into the Old Testament law? Do they use Old Testament to defend salvation by works?
Right, and I said the Seventh-day Adventists definitely do. The Jehovah's Witnesses, I don't think they get as much into trying to maneuver the Mosaic Law.
Someone wants you to comment on the spiritual blindness, generally speaking, of Jewish people.
Okay, quick and general. There are historic objections, so there are historic reasons why Jews tend not to regard Jesus as the Messiah. There are theological reasons, but I like to tell people that most Jewish people don't know the Jesus that you would tell them about, and a lot of their objections are either objections that they've been taught, or there are issues of assimilation that are a big deal to them.
How do Jews feel about Gentiles keeping the law of Moses?
The rabbis actually frowned upon it, which I find actually hysterical. They said that if you were going to take on the law, you had to take on the whole law. You couldn't pick and choose. Modern Jews have some mixed feelings. There's been a recent case of two Gentiles going in the Hasidic community who were believers, and they got really blasted for attempting to live an Orthodox lifestyle and share Jesus because they weren't Jewish.
Irvin, we can't even see you, bro. How do Jews feel about Gentiles keep... Oh, sorry. If we want to start studying Judaism, where should we start?
Oh, wow. That's like trying to take a drink from a fire hose.
Is that kosher, by the way?
If the water hasn't been in contact with a pig, no. I'm trying to think. The Jewish Book of Why would be a good place.
The Jewish Book of Why?
Yeah, there's actually something called the Jewish Book of Why.
Why?
That's why the Jewish book is there. No. And then there's a website, Judaism 101, that probably would give some basic stuff. Just realize that it's going to be very slanted.
Can you use the OT law to argue against muta, which means temporary marriage?
Oh, and that's the Islamic where you get to...
Especially the Shia, the word on the street is, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you could go back to the original purpose for marriage. And I think you can make an argument from that. And then Jesus, who's regarded as a prophet in Islam, reiterates that purpose for marriage out of Genesis. And I think you can make an argument that way.
If the judge orders restitution be made before you can be freed, is it denying Jesus putting them in contempt of court? I don't know if you can make heads or tails of that question.
Yeah, it's hard to do that on the fly when I'm like...
Yeah, maybe reword that. Ben West says Shema equals Trinity.
You're thinking of the word echad. It allows for the Trinity, and it can imply plurality. I think it does in the Shema, particularly because of where the Shema appears. But it doesn't mean Trinity in the sense of a clear understanding of the one God, three persons doctrine. It just kind of allows for it and hints towards it.
Someone asked about To Be a Jew by Rabbi Donin.
Oh, yes, it's okay. It's a little bit, not word on the street sort of thing. It's a little bit more, but it's a good book.
Georgia just made a joke. My marriage was temporary. I couldn't resist. Sorry, that was kind of good, Georgia. That was kind of good. Does Genesis 4:1 translate that Eve thought she gave birth to the Lord?
That is a really good question because that's often used. You have to tie that into other scripture. I think the juxtaposition, I've acquired a man, the Lord. What you'd say is that the text hints towards something more than is just on the surface, and then you'd go down prophecy to build a case. But I think you'd be hard-pressed to say the Hebrew directly indicates that only as a meaning.
Good. DHC says we need more interfaith tolerance. Comment on that. I know it's just a comment, but I'm curious if you could
If
comment on that.
by tolerance you mean respectful dialogue, I agree. If by tolerance you mean capitulation, I disagree.
Ooh, look at that. Okay, we're winding down. You may want to start with his 32-part YouTube series of answering Jewish objections. Oh, I think you must be talking about maybe Michael Brown.
Michael Brown.
Jeff, okay, do you want to comment on that?
Like Michael Brown, he is probably like the father of modern Jewish apologetics.
Jeff, what about the temple being built? Will it happen in our lifetime?
That's a good question. I know it's set up for it. There's a little problem with this Mosque of Omar that Muslims are pretty attached to, even though there's a real question about the mention of Jerusalem and the night vision of Muhammad. I don't know if it'll be built in our lifetime. I'm 57, so you might have to define what our lifetime is, because it's probably shorter for me than for you.
Especially now that you've been Islamicizing. Jeff, in Judges where everyone did what was right in their own eyes, how do they prioritize the laws?
They weren't paying much attention to the law, and syncretism was occurring, and that's why they were doing what was right in their own eyes.
Quick definition of syncretism.
Syncretism, that's the blending of two religious systems, ignoring the elements that don't fit, that are contradictory.
Excellent. Voodoo's kind of a result of that. Jeff, do modern Jews, Jewish heritage come across from the father's side, mother, both, or either?
The rabbis say according to the mother. However, if you read your scriptures, the rabbis have a real problem because they're going to have a lot of kids who they regard as Jewish who wouldn't be, and they're going to have un-Jewish Jewish tribes.
Un-Jewish Jewish tribes?
Yes, because the tribal identity goes through the father. If you had a Jewish mother and a non-Jewish father, then how would you identify which tribe the kid came to?
Oh, so you okay. By the way, the Hebrew Israelites are going to love your answer there. But hey, we keep it honest, so it's all right. Now, now I kind of know the answer, but I want you to tell everyone. So why do the rabbis say through the mom then? Break it down. Because there's a reason for it.
There's a reason for it. They go back to some things done in the Ebonite Jewish community. But after the Holocaust, there was real pressure to figure out where some kids came from. and I think that just spurred things on.
And it's kind of like, who's the dad? Well, who's the mom? Well, she's right there. Yeah, you can't really trick that. When we give up the ghost, sort of a funny way to put it, but I get you. I know the KJV translates that way. So, anyways, do we immediately go to heaven, or are we waiting for the redemption of our flesh? Any good scriptures? One way or the other.
To be absent from the body is to be with the Lord.
Yeah, man. So what's that mean, though? Break it down real quick.
I don't believe that there's a intermediate holding tank at this present time. I think you go to be with the Lord if you're a believer.
Can he explain El, Elo, and Elohim?
Okay. You have a singular form of El, Eloah, and then you have the most used form, which is Elohim, which is actually plural. So you can't have a singular form of the generic term for deity, and then you have a plural form for the generic term for deity, which is often used of God.
Last question. Can modern Jews trace their tribal heritage?
Nope. It's real easy. There are no temple records. You can make it up as you go along, or you can call Ancestry.com and try it. Lots of luck.
So how do they know?
The Levites may have a genetic marker, and there's certain surnames connected with the sons of Aaron and the Levitical tribe, but they have no paper trail whatsoever.
So then how do they know they're Jewish?
Well,
He was like, you're going to love this part too, by the way.
Yeah. One of the things is there's a complete trail of the passing on of cultural tradition and circumcision. So my dad was circumcised, his dad was circumcised, his dad was circumcised, all on the 8th day according to the ceremonial way that occurs. And then you have, there are locations in Europe that actually have very documentable Jewish populations.
Well, Jonathan Soko brings up a great point. But guys, we have the 12 tribe chart, duh!
Yeah, well, okay.
Haven't you seen it? It's on my wall upstairs. I got the 12 tribe chart. IUIC right up there, bro. If you're Puerto Rican or Ephraim.
Yeah, well, we have comic books too, but...
Alright, good job, Jeff Craig! Woo! And look at this shirt. Isaiah,
there you go.
This chapter
It will change your life.
Alright. Final words from a man, James Chavez, a.k.a. Pimp, and then final words from Irvin, and then we might stick in a freestyle. Final words, bro. You're right there.
Yeah. No, I got you. Girl Wired, coming soon, feature film.
Tell us, what's Girl Wired?
Girl Wired is about a young girl who takes a hot air dryer and invents a ray gun out of it that extracts both emotional and physical data. So she can point it at you and extract your emotional data. If you're feeling sad or happy, extracts it, sends it back to her. She can point at your wallet, or ladies, your purse, and she can extract your credit card data. And her grandfather, who she's being raised by, made some bets that he couldn't quite pay up. And that's where I come in.
Are you going to play in Italian again?
I can't wait.
How many times have you played in Italian?
A lot. I've played Italian a lot. A lot of people. I'm Mexican. A lot of people think I'm an Italian from Brooklyn. I get that quite a bit.
Jeff, would you think he's an Italian from Brooklyn?
I think he can pull it off.
I'm a Mexican from South Phoenix.
The Lakers, the height, and the Lakers hat. I don't know. Somebody.
Who's
bro, they want you to say. They want you to do the classic trailer thing. In a world, they want you to do the
do your trailer.
They want you to do the trailer thing. All right, guys, here's Chavez with the trailer voice.
In a world full of religion confusion comes Islamicize Me.
Yeah, we should have had him do the trailer, right?
Cameo by Hodilla. Featuring Vocab Malone.
A game of classic cat and mouse.
Coming soon to YouTube near you. Rated R for ridiculous.
Oh, someone said, is that gun called the Transmorphographer? I don't know what it's saying. Someone says, orale, no trespassing.
The gun does have a name. I don't think that's it, but then I don't remember what the name of the gun is, or at least the name they gave it. So
All right,
When does it come out though? When does it?
it's coming out this year. I'm not sure the exact date yet, but it is being released worldwide in theaters and afterwards on Blu-ray.
All right, let's end on a freestyle. What do you think?
Get it.
Jeff's gonna do the rhyming Hebrew words.
Irvin,
Come on.
real, Irvin. I mean, Jeff, can you
Ooh, I like that.
I gotta see though. I gotta see how long it is.
It's an interesting tune.
So we have 3 to choose from. So Jeff, can you give us the words for this last freestyle?
Like just the like inside manuals from like the software that you were throwing up.
You just
you
give
can
us
use
the
your
words
shirt.
and we rap.
Okay, it just
Alright, what do you think? We'll try
Yeah, I
that
like
one.
that one. Do that one.
Alright, here, let's get this so you can get it. Oh yeah, we gotta get this mic. Okay. Last freestyle, ladies and gentlemen. Can you get it? You got it, bro?
Yeah,
Okay.
Finish him.
on the beat. Finish him.
Alright, here we go. Let's try this. This is the last freestyle. And in the show, it's been a great show. I might do one more of these Islamicize Me year anniversaries. Not sure yet. But I know I want to do one next year. But I do want to get together with other members of the cast. So this has been awesome. Jeff, are you going to do it behind us so we can hear and see you?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
a good
so
idea.
what's the first thing I need to rap about?
car.
All right, can you scoot over a little bit so we can see you? There, let's try to get you there. Now we got the posse. This is a great shot right here. Car, this guy. Okay, starting off the rap about a car. All right, here we go. Shout out. Here we go. No doubt. Thank you very much. Rock B, my favorite car is Bumblebee. Check it out now. 1, 2, 3. I need an SPERCAT. Super chat, let me trouble you. Bumblebee was a yellow BWW for the win. Go ahead, pass it off to my best friend.
Best friend, I need a word. Is that the lollipop that I'm going to use for this rap herd? Oops, I mean I'm not being heard. Look at the Bible being passed from the herd. I need I lost the material. I need a record deal now.
Okay, what's my word, y'all? Oh, MacArthur, alright. Grab the mic, begin to spark, sir. Some people's favorite theologian is John MacArthur. Keep it out now. He's getting kinda old, might need a catheter. That's disrespectful, please excuse me. Imagine John MacArthur starring in the movie. He's so wooden it could be Pinocchio. Sorry, man, he's getting kinda old.
Yeah, listen. My rhyme is coaster. I need a roller coaster. I used to get dunked on and they call that a poster. Don't remember that never ever happened. That will never happen cause I'm always straight snapping. Think about it when this coaster is full. It's like a glass of water and you need a pool. That don't make sense but I rhyme anyway. Go ahead vocab, take it away.
What's the next thing, y'all? Moolah? Like money or muta? Oh boy, that's the last one. Okay, oh boy. Can we do something else? This is gonna be the last rap. Guys, I'm gonna switch the beat and we're gonna do the last one. I don't wanna. Can I rap about something else? I'm gonna look through the live chat. This person says we should finish rapping about the kingdom of God.
Okay, there you go.
Alright, here's the last freestyle. This is the same part as this one. I will encourage you guys, this is a separate one. Because we're going to end out on this beat. Alright? So here we go. Alright, yes. That last topic kinda odd. I'd rather rap about the kingdom of God. Peep it out now, it's not so hard. I serve Jesus Christ, cause he's the Lord. Doing the show, he got scars.